There's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, oh, I just feel so lucky. Oh, oh, still can't believe you love me. I hope it never ends, this being more than friends, yeah. You know I'm here to stay every single day, yeah. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, oh, I just feel so lucky. Oh, oh, still can't believe you love me. Falling into your arms, dancing up in the stars. Oh, where I'd rather be than with you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, I just feel so lucky. Oh, still can't believe you love me. Oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, I just feel so lucky. Oh, still can't believe you love me.
Oh, I can't believe they love me, my kittens, and you, and I love you, and welcome to the Animal Lovers Cafe. I am so happy that you're able to join me today, and Max and Luna are here. It's kind of a rare, special occasion sometimes that they're both here. So welcome to the cafe. I just wanted to just share with you all of the animals that are at the cafe, and now you and your animal companions are here. We have a great group, and we have a great topic. So the weather's always perfect here at the Animal Lovers Cafe, and you can sit outside, come on inside with me. I always love for you to join me inside. Yeah, and there's Max and Luna. So we have a really special topic today. They're all special, of course, because they have to do with animals. But has your animal companion ever felt sick? And if they did, or if they do, did you know exactly what to do to support them? Write yes or no in the comments wherever they are, down over here. And let me know that you've had that experience. And maybe even if you knew or didn't know exactly what to do, because we're going to be talking about that and about what you can do when your animal's not feeling well. Because it's really, really important to prepare yourself and to know what to do. But first, I want to welcome all of the new people that are here. And if you're new to the cafe, to the Animal Lovers Cafe, please write new in the comments so I and everyone else can say hi to you and welcome you. And if you don't know me, my name is Janet Dobbs of Animal Paradise Communication and Healing, where my greatest joy is to help you discover and deepen your unique way of telepathically communicating with animals and also your unique way of healing with animals, because we all have that ability. Did you know that? So this topic is near and dear to my heart. One of the reasons, the topic of, I'm not feeling well. What do you do when your animal companion is off, right? The reason that the topic came up for me this week, today, this moment, now, is because it seems like so many people that I know, their animal companions are not feeling well, or they're sick, or they're in the emergency room, or, yada, yada, yada. I mean, and when that happens to us, when it's our animal companion, it can be a scary time, and if you aren't prepared or you don't know what to do, that's even worse. You just feel so helpless. And I'm here to help. I'm here to help. And so just, it's like, you look at your animal companion and you know something's off, but you don't know what. There's a lot of things you can do, so I want to help you with that. But let's go a little deeper. You know something's wrong, something seriously wrong. You don't know what, or maybe you do. The first thing you do, don't hesitate. Call your veterinarian and have that number handy so that you can, they can tell you what to do. And then once you've got that taken care of, whether you need to take them to the vet or you need to go to the animal emergency room, once you get that taken care of, there are things that you can do at that moment and after. But especially in that moment, when we go into that panic mode, that worry, our animals feel that. They feel us. They're so connected to us. So if we're worried, if we're upset, if we're panicking, or we're down and scared, then they are even more. So on top of them not feeling well or having some kind of an injury, then they feel your fear on top of that. And then they're scared. And then there's this cycle. You're scared, they're scared, you're scared. What can you do? What can you do to help yourself and your animal companion? Well, obviously, first you need to get a diagnosis. Find out what's wrong. Once you know what's wrong, then you can take care of yourself. But what about in that moment? Okay, let's go back to in that moment. Maybe you're rushing them to the vet. Maybe you're dealing with something right here in your home. What can you do to help your animal companion and yourself? So let's talk about that a little bit. I'm going to give you a technique a little bit later that you can do anytime, any place, anywhere, and it will help you become more grounded, present, centered, relaxed, and peaceful as best as you can in that moment. And when you are more peaceful, more relaxed, more grounded, your animal can be as well. So you can truly be there for them in that moment. And while getting a diagnosis, there are all kinds of veterinarians. So there's your regular Western medicine, allopathic medicine, but there's also veterinarians that go beyond. They've gone to vet school, they are a veterinarian, but then they get more education and they specialize or add something to their practice. So there are veterinarians that practice homeopathy. If you don't know what that is, we'll talk about that later. They practice chiropractic. They're chiropractors, animal acupuncture people. Some veterinarians use cold laser treatment therapy or water therapy. Hey, if you happen to know of a modality that's a holistic kind of modality that some veterinarians do or practice, share that in the comments, because I'd love to know what I've forgotten or left out. But just know there are all kinds of healing modalities that veterinarians practice that can support your animal companions. And so for a list, like if you don't know of any and you're curious, like where could I find out about a holistic veterinarian in my area, I have a couple of links in the description, not the comments, in the description. So check that out. And also just do a search for holistic veterinarians in your area. And also know that there are some modalities that can practice long distance, so you can be anywhere in the world, especially homeopathy. You can be anywhere in the world and work with that kind of a holistic veterinarian. So if there isn't somebody where you are, you don't have to go without. You can have a phone or a Zoom consultation, and it's pretty amazing. Also, in this situation of an animal being sick, an animal being unwell, maybe they're hurt, once you get that veterinarian diagnosis and maybe help, some kind of a treatment of some kind, they do something, to help your animal companion be better. What might the role of animal communication and Reiki with animals be? What can you do? So let's start with you. The best thing that you can do is be in the moment. Find a way to get quiet and just be there with your animal companion. So say you're, on the way to the veterinarian, to the vet, or you're there and there's a procedure happening or they're being examined. You can be there with them. You can be there for them, and just breathe and be quiet and be present and reassure them as best as you can, and check yourself. Always check in yourself, because we can just go down that spiral of worry and fear, and it doesn't do anybody any good, right? It doesn't serve. You can offer Reiki. It's like, oh, wait, I'm not a Reiki practitioner. I don't know what that is. I'm going to teach you a little something that you can do to help you and your animal companions. There's another thing that you can do that can help you instantly, right away. So I want you to, if you don't know what this is, if you don't have any on hand, what I'm talking about, what the heck am I talking about, is Rescue Remedy. You may have heard of it, maybe not. Let's see if you can see this. It comes in a little bottle. It's liquid. Rescue Remedy. Bach, this brand, BACH, is the original. I stick with the original. There's lots out there, but go with the original. That's what I trust this company. I know, what. And then it comes in, this is for humans, and this is for animals. Whoops. Okay, let's see. I'm not doing this very well. Sorry, guys. So you can see this one has paw prints, the bigger bottle. It's formulated for animals. So what's the difference? They're both liquid. Not that one's a bigger bottle, one's a smaller bottle. I'll get that label for you. The one for animals, so the one for humans, the original formula is preserved in a alcohol, and it's pretty strong and potent. So they have a formula for animals that does not have alcohol in it. I've tasted it. It's sicky sweet. I mean, I don't know what but it's alcohol free. So for those of you that cannot have alcohol, do not want to have alcohol, you should take the animal formula as well. And the way it's taken is you can dilute it in water. So you put like 3 drops. You can put, like, let's say a bowl of water for your animals. You put 3 drops in a bowl of water, 3 drops in a glass of water, drink it. And there's also a spray. Never spray an animal. I'm not kidding. Don't spray them with anything. But you could spray this above, around. You could spray it in the water. So it comes in different forms. I highly recommend that you get that, have it on hand. So if you ever have an emergency or you're feeling fear, stressed, take some yourself. And the way to give it to your animal companions is I recommend don't put it directly in their mouth, but you can, especially the animal. But, there's some animals you can't touch or you can't get it in their mouth. So you can put some on your hands and then pet them, rub their ears, rub their paws. There's just a lot of different ways. I don't want to spend too much more time on that, but I highly recommend that you have that on hand with you. And if you're ever in that place of fear or worry and they are in a trauma, they're fearful, they're worried, start using it right away. So with you, just take 1, 2, 3 drops under your tongue and do that. Maybe do it once and then maybe 15 minutes, a half hour. If you're really under stress, do that again. It's just a really good thing to have on hand for an emergency to help you ground yourself, to get back in your body, help you release that fear and worry so you can be more focused and present in the moment to support your animal companion. You can also do a light massage if they're not physically injured that can help comfort them and you. And there's also a modality called T-Touch where you do little circles and it's a physical touching. So that's another kind of modality you could learn and practice and have that in your toolbox, something handy for animals for you to support your animal companion when they're not feeling well, when you know there's something wrong but you don't know what it is. And it's even some of these modalities and things are really good for emergency situations. So as an animal communicator or I teach people how to communicate with animals. You can ask animals, you yourself can ask your animal companion, how are they feeling? What do they want? What do they want? What do you mean? Well, here's an example. I had a client many, many years ago, and she had several animals. One was a kitty cat, and she was so worried. So she came to me wanting to know what to do. Now, I'm never going to tell somebody what to do. That is not ethical, really. And I'm not going to diagnose anything, but I can tell, as an animal communicator, I can share what the animal is experiencing and feeling in their physical body. But she wanted to know what the animal wanted because her animal was very ill had been diagnosed with something that conventional, vets that weren't specialists couldn't help with. So she told me she was going to take her cat out of state to a university hospital, for animals and have this experimental surgery done. And before she could even finish saying what she was saying, and she wanted to ask the kitty what the kitty wanted, I got this, no way. So I asked the kitty for details. Why? And the kitty showed me that the mom, from the kitty's human, she knew that she would have surgery. She would be on a surgical table. She pictured an operating room, and she said she knew that she wasn't going to make it, and she did not want to die on the surgical table without her mom being there. She didn't want to go in that way. She didn't want to go through all of that, even though she understood that her mom loved her that much, that she was willing to go to those lengths to help her. And so I said, well, what do you want? And the kitty says, I want to stay here. I want to be inside with my mom and outside in my yard. And when the time comes, that's where I want to be when I cross the Rainbow Bridge. So I shared that information with the mom, and I said, the kitty was also the kitty said, whatever my mom wants to do, that's fine with me. It's okay. But what I would rather do is just not go through all of that stuff. I'd rather just be home and spend whatever time I have, a lot or not so much, being in the place I love with my mom and my family. And so that's what happened. And the mom said that later came back to me and shared with me that the kitty lived for quite a while longer, wasn't suffering. And then when the time came, the kitty was surrounded outside in the grass in her favorite spot outside, surrounded by her family. It's like, how good is that? You know? So sometimes it's important to listen to what they want. And sometimes when it's my animal companions, I get what they say, but I question myself. I doubt it. It's like, did I receive what I received? And let's pretend that it's like something really positive that I received. Did I make that up because that's what I want, or was that really from them? So I do have a friend who is also a professional animal communicator, and I will contact her and ask her to do a little check-in and not tell her, and 9 times out of 10, she validates what I said. She gets the same thing, but sometimes not. So that's why it's really nice to also have in your toolbox, on your team, someone that you trust as an animal communicator, so that if you are questioning what you're receiving, you can get some validation or confirmation, or maybe there might be an option you didn't think about that that your animal companions want. So just a thought, to ask your animal companions and listen to what they have to say. And if it's possible for you to do it, hey, how good is that, right? Yeah. And Luna's kind of sharing with me, and Max is like, hello. Max is like, okay, it's time. So I promised you that I would share with you a technique that you can do whenever something happens, and also when things aren't going wrong. You can do this anytime, any place with yourself and with animals. It's kind of the foundation, in my opinion, of healing. Healing yourself, healing others. And healing, remember, true healing is not just physical, like our physical body healing. We have emotions that sometimes need to be healed. We have mental things that are, that might need some healing. And we also have our spiritual self, our soul, our heart. And there might be some things that need to be healed before this physical body can heal. And the same with the animals. So I'm just going to give you a little technique. It's really simple, easy peasy, that you can do anywhere you are. So if there's an emergency situation, the first thing you can do, take a breath. And you might have to do that a whole bunch, because you need to really get yourself present so you can think and focus and get the job done. Get the animal, to whatever you can do to help them, or get them to where they need to go, like a veterinarian or emergency room where they can be taken care of. And while you're waiting, you need to be breathing also. And this little meditation kind of technique that is called Joshin Kyokyo Ho. That's a Japanese word, and it's a traditional Japanese Reiki meditation or practice. So don't worry about that. It's like, ooh, I don't know what that is. Let's just do this along with me, and then practice this technique anytime, any place. So I want you to just feel your feet on the ground. Take a nice slow in-breath and breathe out. And just feel yourself becoming a little more present. Feel yourself connecting with your animal companions wherever they are. And breathe in again and breathe out. You might want to close your eyes or do a soft focus, whatever is comfortable for you. Soft focus is you just close your eyes like this. It's like you're looking through your eyelashes, but you can see all around you. You're still very present. And that's a technique that you should practice so you can do with your animals. So if something is going on, you don't have your eyes closed. You need to see what's going on. Be present. But the technique goes like this. After you get yourself grounded, feel your feet on the floor or the ground. You breathe a few times with your eyes closed or soft focus. Take a nice slow in-breath and imagine healing energy is flowing in with your breath, filling your lungs, going down your central channel, all the way down to your belly, which is called your Hara center, H-A-R-A center. It's an energy center, 3 finger widths below your belly button and in just a little bit. And then you just pause and feel that for a second. And then taking your time as you breathe out, imagine this beautiful energy is expanding out through your skin and into your surroundings in all directions. Breathe in again. Nice and slow, imagine healing energy flowing in with your breath, down to your belly, your Hara center. And as you slowly breathe out, imagine this beautiful healing energy flowing out into your surroundings, connecting with your animal companions. Breathing in again, nice and slow. Healing energy flowing in, down to your Hara center, down into your belly. Feeling this beautiful healing energy flowing through every cell of your being. Slowly breathing out, expanding this beautiful healing energy out through your skin, into your surroundings, connecting with your animal companions. Breathing in again, nice and slow, healing energy flowing in with your breath, down to your belly. Feel it flowing through every cell in your being. And as you breathe out, imagine that this beautiful healing energy flows out through your skin in all directions. And feel it connecting with your animal companion. You take say 5 to 10 breaths like that. And then you just sit quietly in that energy. This healing space that you've created for you and your animal companions. Just be in that energy. Know that your animals can take whatever they need. You don't have to do anything. Just be and breathe and offer and connect with them. And know that they'll receive whatever they need in that moment. So for now, when you feel complete, you just take a nice slow breath. You can open your eyes if they're closed, and always remember to look around and smile. So that's a little mini version of a healing technique that you can do anytime, any place, anywhere. Just take that nice slow breath and feel that connection with your animal companions. It's so easy, but it's so profound. I mean, this is truly the key to healing yourself and healing your animals. If you practice this every day, then when an emergency comes up, your animal's not feeling well, you can do this simple little technique. You can practice it, do it, be it, and feel the connection with your animal companions and notice, as you can see Luna and Max, they love when I can get myself into that calm, quiet place with my emotions, with my heart, with my physical body. So try that. Try it now. Try it with your animal companions. And I really would love to hear how it goes for you. Practice it as often as you can. And notice how your animals respond, especially wild animals. I do this around wild animals all the time. And it's pretty profound. And when I kind of get back into my self, or my head, or my thoughts, they run away. So I hope you've enjoyed learning about this little technique. Help and support your friends. If you have friends and they have their animal companions that are going through some kind of a sickness and illness, you don't know what's wrong with them, they just don't feel right, or maybe it's something very serious and traumatic, do this little breathing technique and feel your connection with them. And just as if you're offering a plate of cookies, offer this to them. Don't do anything. Don't force anything. It's really simple, easy peasy. Just be, and they can receive whatever they need. And you'll be surprised. Play with this. See what happens. And of course, I always want to know what's going on with you, and I'd love to hear how that goes for you. Or if maybe it's a little confusing to you, ask questions, share some, please feel free to share some questions in the comments, or you can connect with me and share in the comments, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have. And just know that there is something you can do when your animals aren't feeling well. Help you and support you and help them too. It makes a huge difference. I promise. So I wish you the best time with your animal companions, whether it's the best of times and they're feeling well, or it's the stuff of life, right? And they're not feeling themselves. Just enjoy the moment with them and be in the moment with them. Savor each other, be with each other, enjoy each other. You've got this. You've got this. So don't worry. Remember, your animals love you. And that unconditional love, you love them too. Life is so good. So celebrate each other. Celebrate your time with each other. Being together with each other. It's such a precious thing. And thank you for being with Luna, Max, and me. Thank you for sharing your animals with us. Remember, always have fun with animals. Thanks, everybody. Take care.